marriage is an essential part of the economy. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
Nah.
What do you mean, dude?
Nah,
What are you saying?
I don't think it's essential. What's essential about it?
We need people. We need people to buy a house, to buy 2 cars, to get married, get a wife, get 2 kids, buy a couple of dogs, maybe buy a cat, buy lots of groceries, stimulate the economy.
You could do that with like a life partner, but you don't have to get married. I feel like a lot of people nowadays, like they don't even feel like getting married.
Because it no longer makes sense. It no longer. Where's the benefit? You're
mostly for the man, like not wanting to get married. That's a big thing right now.
I think both men and women don't want to get married anymore. And in fact, I think that there was a decrease in childbirth. I think it was about 2.5%, which is a pretty large number considering the fact there's 325 million people living in the United States. And that can have really detrimental effects on the economy in the coming years. So I don't know, man. I feel like marriage sucks. I don't think people should do it. I don't think it makes sense.
But nobody wants to have kids nowadays either, man. That shit is expensive.
I mean, it's expensive if you want it to be expensive.
What is that supposed to mean, man?
I mean, you can live any lifestyle you want as long as you provide a shelter for your child, as long as you provide water and food and you clothe them and you give them an education. And, to do those things, depending where you live in the country or where you live in the world, it could be expensive or it could not be. I think what happens oftentimes is people allow their egos to get in the way and they feel like this child is a representation of who they are. And so they feel like this representation is so deep that it's a part of the identity that they forced this kid to go through like maybe a private school system or maybe, learn, things that will propel them in their future. Sometimes I wonder, are parents doing this because they care about their kid and they care about their future? Or are they doing it just so they can show off? Like, when they're like at Whole Foods and like, and be like, my kid's in a prestigious school. And I hear people say that shit all the time.
It's got to be a little bit of both, man. That's why you see it on all their license plates and shit like that. Like, my child goes here. Are they full of shit, bro?
I don't think they're full of shit, but I hear it all the time. I hear parents talk about that all the time where they're saying like, oh yeah, my daughter's going to USC and, my son graduated from UCLA. It's like, bitch, I don't care. Like, where